Well, you could just one-to-one copy the StarCraft ladder, and you would be fine. I
No,
think.
they would never do this because they want to
Yeah,
make money.
they would not.
They want to make money, and people wouldn't play the StarCraft ladder. Do we top this? I
I'm
think
not
we
seeing the card.
it's a condescend. I think you could top this.
Yeah, sure, why not? Your hand is so great.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple cards I would like more, like first. But condescend something and get the scry value is pretty big, especially when you're on the draw and you basically have Tron. He is 0-0. We are 4-0. He's 0-0.
Yeah, that seems strange.
Definitely want to play condescend over turn 3 Womka engine, because if he is like, I don't know what he could be. Zoo, he could be burned. It's really weird he doesn't have a turn 1 play. He could be like, I don't know, scape shift. Oh, living end possibly. You definitely want to rather condescend. Oh no, it's Jant.
Can't you make the record thingy a bit smaller and put it under the donation goal? Strangely positioned there.
How about this? Fortnite Seer is kind of good.
Yeah, I would keep Fortnite here.
I'm not sure if I want to actually keep it. I only like it because we can play it and still have Condescend open for a lot. You know, like turn 4 we don't play Wonka Engine, we play Fortnite Seer and keep Condescend open. The thing is, there's some cards I would like a lot more, like First Knowledge, as I said. He has a Ghost Quarter, that's not the end of the world. He's gotta be Jumbo, right?
Probably.
So I don't think we tap out against John for Fortnite Seer. I think we'd rather have Condescend open. But I might be wrong. What do you think?
What's the question? No. Still the Condescend.
Yeah.
Would
The
not
thing is,
tap
I
out.
drew an Epiphany, which is kind of like a first here. And so if we don't have to, if he doesn't play anything that we can Condescend, we can just Epiphany, which is pretty good. Yeah. I do have a deck list. Hang on. Try exclamation point Neutron. Okay. The island is really, really good. The first is really, really good. Well, the island and the first are the two really good cards. Question is, do we do Island Sundering Titan or Island Fortnite here? The island and the first have to be split. I think I do it this way. I don't really care about the Sundering Titan and the Fortnite here. Both of these are basically dead cards for me. That list should be accurate. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 cards which are not correct. Okay, gives me the Sundering Titan. Yeah, I think we still keep Condescend open. Because it would be a shame if we play Fortnite here and he plays like Liliana. It's really sad though that we didn't get the first. Although then we would have missed the land drop. We just need to Condescend something, scry a land to the top, then we can tap out for Womka Engine. And that's gonna
Yeah,
be
you're in
nice.
good shape, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's no clock going on. You're in head and land drops. You have enough cards in your hand. Nothing to fear.
The worst that can actually happen is he doesn't play anything, and we don't draw land, yeah. Yeah, that's really awkward.
If your jump opponent is not doing anything, then you're ahead.
Yeah, I guess. But he's hitting his land drops and we're not. Now he can just attack with Raging Ravine. Ah, that's so annoying because if I had played for Fallout here, I could have blocked it. But he has 6 cards. Jesus. How can I draw 1 repeal? I drew 3 non-lands in a row. I think I still have to do the same plan though. Because Fortnite series even got worse now, because now Raging Ravine gets no longer blocked by Fortnite series. We just have to believe in the heart of the cards. But yeah, he's not tapping. I mean, he's not casting spells. Come on. Jesus, okay. No lands. Okay, he has a Prop Decay, Maelstrom Pulse. Terminate. Never land when you need it. I think we take the Terminate. If he wants Maelstrom Pulse, he cannot attack this turn. But I think he should just keep attacking. Yeah. Do we actually block here?
Yeah, I would try to block and hope to draw land.
He draws a card. Yeah, but I think we have to block. Eugene is not that important. The Wonka engine is important. If you get to the way we can possibly still win this is we get to Wonka engine. We drew 4 non-lands, right? Repeal, Remand, Eugene, was it that? So now he plays a Dark Confidant, which is really ugly for us as well. But at least that gives us a target. Actually, I probably want to condescend that, right? And scry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we scry here?
I'm a bit far behind, man. Like,
He just plays
what
Dark
is he playing?
Confidant. He's
Yeah, sure, why not? Like, your hand is so stacked.
yeah. We can lose 1 card to get a scry value out of us. Like mine would be really good, obviously. There we go. Now we just tap out for 1 occasion. And hope that he doesn't have a good answer to that. Basically, he needs Kalitas or he needs like well, he could Maelstrom Pulse and then abrupt decay one of the tokens, which would be pretty strong, to be honest. He has 3 Bloodstained Mire in his hand. We're still pretty fucked, to be honest. We were so much ahead in this game, and then we just missed 4 land drops. Yeah, he pulls his Vendicates, but this was still the best line. And we still are left with 1 Worm token. Apparently that's not what he does.
The ravine is so big. Can he just trade with the Wormkill engine? Yes, he can, right?
He wants to Maelstrom Pulse the tokens and keep the abrupt decay. I'm not sure why though. Because he loses the Ravine, and the Ravine was really, really strong. And I just go to 17. I think he misplayed. Like even if he Maelstrom pulls us now. I traded my Wonka engine for Maelstrom pulls and the Raging Ravine. That's okay.
That's A-okay.
Okay, we repeal this dude because we really would like to draw. A land. There's a land. Okay, we have. Actually, we might win now. We might win, but only because opponent is a scrub. Let's be honest. Well, but the thing is, we're only losing because opponent lucked his ass off. So we just let this one go, I think. Yeah. If he takes a remand, we repeal. If he takes the repeal, we remand. He should. I think he should take the repeal. And then just play Dark Confident. I remand. He plays it again. So he has a Prop Decay in his hand and 2 Bloodstain Mire. That's what we know. So we know 3 cards. Well, we know 4 cards and a Dark Confident. We know 4 of his cards. These 4 and Bob. These 3 and Bob. I'm sorry. Takes the remand. I think that's wrong. Plays one of the Bloodsign Mires. Now he has one of them in his hand. Yeah. Sure. Tormogoyf. Okay. Now you've screwed up. Okay, in his hand, Bloodsign Mire, Prop Decay. Okay, GG. Game was good, but draws were better, and that's why we play Scry, friends. That's why we play Scry.
Yep. Condescend's so good in this deck.
So we minus because we really want everything. You could plus the Bob and then repeal the Golf, but I like the minus, to be honest. Do we have enough? No, we are lacking 1 mana. Okay, that's fine. Well, like yeah, you could plus the Bob and then repeal the Golf actually, but I don't think it matters at this point. We just win. Opponent was terrible, and our draws in the middle of it were also terrible, to be quite honest. So Angel is pretty bad. It dies to so many things. Wonka Engine goes in because Wonka Engine is really hard for him to deal with. Chalice is pretty bad. So Piffing Needle could come in, name Liliana or Fulmina Mage. That would be okay, but he has Kolagon's Command, Ancient Grudge, stuff like that. Dismember could come in for Tarmogoyf, but Tarmogoyf can be bigger than Dismember. Tarmogoyf can be, because we oftentimes we play turn 1 expedition map. It's usually bigger than it, like in normal games. Tarmogoyf is like a 4/5. Against us, it's like a 5/6 or sometimes even a 6/7. What do you think, Uwe? We still want to keep in some
Against
spatial
Jund,
contortion for Ooze
I
and for Dark
think you
Confident.
wanna counter the Fortnite Sears.
And just bring in Dismember and spatial contortion? And Piffing Needle?
Yes. What do you want to needle against? Lily?
Fulminator Manger Lily, yeah.
Yeah. He has decay. I don't know. Yeah, we could bring in
He
the
boards
needle.
out Decay.
Maybe.
What else would you board here? We have 3 spatial. I don't even know if you want 3 spatial, to be honest. But what else is good?
2/2 split is okay. Boom, 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 boom.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
get
negate. One Fortnite Seer? Fortnite Seer is not that bad
Yeah, one Fortnite is okay.
for spatial. The steel wall is for Zoo and Burn. You really need a turn 1 blocker, or you're just gonna take 10 damage from Goblin Guide. Let's try this. I have a good feeling about this because I think our opponent is not the best player in the world. I'm not trying to be condescending, but I think he didn't play that very well. I think we played it, as far as I can tell, as good as we could have. I mean, if you know that you're gonna draw 4 lands in a row, then you would play the um, Fortnite Seer earlier. I'm gonna keep this. If he has turn 1 discard, it's risky, but it's a keep. But there was, like, statistically speaking, you shouldn't go, like, I don't even know if it was 4 or 5 cards in the end. I think it was 5 cards because we had to scry, right? You shouldn't go 4 or 5 cards without drawing a land. And that was really awkward, but we did. Alright, he does have it. But it's not just, he might misplay here, but I doubt it. He has to take Expedition Mafia. Well, we have 3 land drops, and if we draw a blue source, we're fine. Yeah, he did play well, not playing into corner spells. But I mean, the one big misplay was Raging Ravine. I couldn't deal with Raging Ravine if he just uses his spells, and he had a full hand. If he just uses his spells to, kill the what did he had? Uh, he had like a Terminate or something for the Womka engine. I don't remember. And then Maelstrom. No, he had Maelstrom pulse for the Womka engine, and then Abrupt Decay, the Death Touch token, and just keep swinging um with a Raging Ravine. You win basically. When he wins. And I mean, you can say that's only one misplay, and that's true, but that's the difference between winning and losing that game. I find it kind of interesting with the Inquisition that he didn't take the Oblivion Stone. Okay, now it makes sense. But this can only hit non-basics, so it's really good for us. Yeah. Because if this hit our blue source, it would be game over, basically. Well, unless we literally draw another blue source. And now you're gonna get to see the famous 2-mana Epiphany.
The famous.
Wow. You might say this is bad, but this is a dead card. Both of these cards might not be dead. I mean, this is actually a dead card. This is a good card. But if this had been a land, which it's not that unlikely, if it had been 2 lands or land first, it would be fine. Now he should give us the Womka engine. It is totally possible he gives us the first, because Womka engine we're never going to cast in this game. Yeah, okay, place it correctly. But Epiphany itself was also a dead card, so. And the chance that you just reveal a land and a Remand or 2 lands, is pretty high. And then he has to give you 1 card. But obviously Epiphany is not in this deck to cast it for 2 mana. You want to cast it for 10 mana. But if you only have 2 mana and you're in a position where, you either do it or you die, I think there's a lot of people who would say, oh, Epiphany is just bad here. Don't think Epiphany is just bad here. Just do it. There's a chance. You could reveal like 2 islands, then you get an island. And that would be infinitely better than having Epiphany in your hand. So now he only has to start swinging with Raging Ravine. Or play a Tarmogoyf, and then we lose. Like, he had a pretty good hand against our hand, with Double Inquisition against the map. As I said, it was a risky keep with the map, But I'd rather keep that hand than mulligan. And when you mulligan against a deck which plays discard discard, the mulligans hurt twice as much basically. And yeah, it just turned out really really awkward because he did have the correct, like the best answer possible, the Inquisition to our map, and then double Fulminator Mage, which we could not answer because the second Inquisition took the remount. If he doesn't have a second Inquisition and we remount a Fulminator Mage, maybe. I mean, we know that the cards on top would have not really helped us. Like a first Vomka Engine Summoning Titan would have not really made a difference. But at least we would have been at 3 mana the whole time, not at 2 mana, because the Fulminator hits one turn later. The good thing is, if you only have crap in your hand, you don't care if you cast Duress, so. Literally, Duress does not matter here. Right now, I wouldn't mind drawing maybe a Repeal. Well, a land would be the obvious best draw, but then a Repeal to repeal this, maybe buy some time. And I really don't want him to start swinging with this. Okay, he does well. I was kind of hoping that he misplayed the Duress and didn't have enough mana to swing with Raging Ravine. Because this makes a huge difference. This is really a big clock. That's a Spatial Contortion. Okay, so this is a 5. He attacks for 8, we go to 5. So if I kill this right now, he attacks for 5, we go to 8. Okay. If I search, can play Treasure Mage, I can block. I think I have to search. Because I could still... Oh, I'm stupid. I could still win, but not now, because I accidentally paused my turn. I was gonna say, you have to think about here. You could just kill this while he's tapped out. So now we can't kill it ever again because he has a Fulminator Mage. But I said I should just fetch a tower, play a tower, because there's 2 towers in my graveyard. And then there's a chance that we top deck a mine, and that's one of the best ways we possibly win. But I ended up pausing the turn accidentally by hitting F4. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. It literally, like, our chance to win this game was probably like 1%, or maybe 5%. But now it's pretty much impossible. Especially if he has like a bolt. Basically, you had 2 draw steps, and one of the draw steps you really need to draw a mine or you're dead. If we do draw a mine though, we have threats 4 days. Let's see, if he has any kind of removal, we're dead. But I don't think I think the last card, I don't know what the last card is, but he's, thank you for the follow. I can't pronounce the name, but thank you for the follow. He's been holding that card, so it might be removal. Okay, that's. I guess he's playing it safe. That's all right. I guess he's scared because he knows at least some of our cards. I don't remember exactly how many of these, but I guess he's a little bit scared when we top deck the mine. And I don't think actually that we have an out now. I mean,
Fulminator Chain.
You can always
Spooky. Sorry.
misplay. Above the Smoke. That's a name I can pronounce. Thank you for the follow. Sadly, if he had F6 there, that would have been so funny. And well, but even again, we don't have any outs. Colagan's command. I think well, he held Colagan's command the whole time. Oh, it was probably actually very well played. Just being aggressive with a Raging Ravine. He's doing that very well. Like he has so many spells both games, and he just goes Raging Ravine. And that was really well played. If we went and cast spells and I have a Remand or Condescend drawn, it could be really bad for him. 10-0 Dream, literally dead. Literally dead.
That
Why,
face.
why am I even bothering, right? Can't even 10-0. Well, we can still 5-0. Do we want to change anything up? I think I like the Piffy Needle. I mean, he has Colagan's command, but it is still worth it, I believe.
I agree.
I think the deck is pretty much how you want it. Better Skull maybe is a little bit weak. Maybe you would want to play like another Fortnite Zero over the Better Skull. I'm not sure about that. One of these days I would like to dismember Raging Ravine. Oh boy. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna wait for Uwe to tell me to mull this. And then I'm gonna say,
It's so weak to turn 1 discard.
yeah, but everything you draw is life. You know?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's a pretty shit hand. Let's be honest. It's basically a 6-lander. He's gonna turn 1 discard. We lose the first. But if we mull, I'm so scared to mulligan against discard decks. Somebody. This must be the first time somebody in chat actually agrees with me to keep a hand like this. I know it's crazy to keep it, but everything you draw is life. Sneak and pray. I don't know. We have some time here. We can think about it. And by think about it, I mean wait for chat to tell me what to do, then do it, and then blame chat. No,
Pretty good strat.
I think you keep this and just pray. Yeah. I mean, the chance that he has like turn 1 discard is like 50% or like 60%. Well, that's all right because again, everything you draw is life. You're sad? No, I'm pretty happy. Oh, okay. If you multi-tool lens, yeah. I liked how MTGO Ferret, who is an old friend of mine, said every draw you have is life, which is exactly what I said. Like great minds play alive, or think alive, or whatever. The only fear you have is flooding. You'd think. Let's actually update the text. We are 9-1 now. Literally, the dream is dead, but the other dream is still alive. Wow. Well, every draw is life. Every draw is life except lands. Okay, that's 1 land. I can't believe people agreed with me though. But he didn't have turn 1 discard.
But he can also have turn 2 discard.
No, if he doesn't have turn 2 discard, he has turn 2 Tamagotchi. We at least get a first. Wow, that's 2 lands. I might be a little bit upset. Might be.
Welcome to the rage part of the stream, boys.
Okay. He has a ghost quarter. I should probably not have played it the way I did. I cast first too early. I wanted to use my mana. Okay, okay, okay. Um, you could actually throw away the Sunring Titan here, because and go for card advantage. But I think the Sunring Titan is really strong because we have Urborg and Tech Edge. I think you just throw away the O-Stone. You definitely want to go for card advantage. I don't think you want to throw away 2 lands. Yeah, but I think you wanted to actually first end of turn. So I did that. I did that wrong. Because it grew the Tarmogoyf. I took 2 more damage when I should have. I should have been at 19. I'm not gonna show him the mine. I'm gonna show him the tower. I don't want him to know. I want him to think, oh, I played so well.
Oh, there was no end step first. What?
No, I first did during his turn, during his main phase, because I'm stupid. Screaming internally. Okay, this time around. This time around I'm not gonna do it. Because there is a chance I have to discard something and then he Tarmogoyf grows. Like maybe Eugene. At least we're not flooding, guys. Kappa. What do we throw away? It has to be 2 lands, but one of them has to be the island. It's either Orborg or Tech Edge. But I like the Orborg and I like the Tech Edge. Actually, I guess it has to be mine. Well, maybe it's Minimal or Orborg, actually. The thing is, Orborg is really good if we ever get to Sunring Titan. Because we can hit Raging Ravine then, or like the Black Cleave Cliffs. Like if we could destroy like a land which doesn't have Swamp type. And also if we draw Dismember. And Tech Edge I want to keep for the same reason, basically. Okay. So I repeal here. I could Epiphany, but I think I'd rather repeal because the clock is real. Why are we tossing our move as early for? I don't know what you're trying to say. Why I discarded the Oblivion Stone? Because at the time I thought we would have Tron, and I thought Sunring Titan would be way better. I guess we go for more mana. But perhaps we don't want to show them this. I mean, we have a lot of time here to think about stuff. I mean, right play might be Tech Edge, in case he plays a Raging Ravine. But I mean, he doesn't even need to do that. He just has a really good clock on its own. Yeah, I think actually Tech Edge is probably the right play. And then yeah, you could also like go score the power plant. Yeah, in hindsight, obviously the Titan would have been better, but we didn't know that at the time. Come on. Well, at least we're not flooding, guys. At least we're not flooding. Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely want to play with Piffy Needle. The question is, what do we name? I mean, he already has played 2 Fulminator Mages. How many more could he possibly play? What do you guys think?
He can get Fulminator back with
Yeah,
Kolaghan's
but
command.
he doesn't have enough mana to do that. Not during one turn. If he does that, I can play Piffy Needle then. And if he has Color Guards, he can kill Piffy Needle anyway. I definitely want to play Piffy Needle and Orberg, I think. I'm just not sure what I want to name with Piffy Needle. It's either Ghost Quarter, Fulminator Mage, or Liliana. I guess it could be Raging Ravine, actually. But Raging Ravine should not matter. At this point, we have Tech Edge. I guess we go Fulminator Mage. Name Ghost Quarter. How many Ghost Quarter can he play in that mana base? I don't think he can play, like, he...
I
Okay,
think
you know,
Fulminator might be one.
I'm actually gonna... We have so much time, I'm actually gonna look at a deck list, a Jund deck list, and see how many Fulminators and how many Ghost Quarters we play. Jund. Wow, why is this selection? Wow, is Magic Online actually for real? Okay, they have. There's like 1 Ghost Quarter. What's the average? Lands 1 Ghost Quarter, 64%. It doesn't say if it's more or less. Sideboard 3 Fulminator Mages. Yeah, okay, then it's obviously Fulminator Mage. And I kind of want to play Orberg because one of the few ways that we still win is if we top deck. Well, the thing is, if we top deck Tower, we want to be able to kill, as I said earlier, with Sundering Titan the lands that make the most sense. But also, if I top deck a Dismember, I mean, it's not going to kill the Tomograph at this point, but it's going to buy us 1 turn. But who am I kidding? We're going to draw land. Yeah, I would seriously doubt that he plays 2 Ghost Quarter because in a free colored mana base, you just can't afford to do that. I mean, I guess you could maybe put like a Ghost Quarter in the sideboard, but why not just play more Fulminator Mages in the sideboard? It might actually be correct to take Edge here end of turn, because we have 6 mana anyway. If we draw Vomka Engine, we can cast it anyway. GG, Dream is RIP, boys. Dream is RIP. And if we had kept the Oblivion Stone, we might have won. Well, he has 4 cards in his hand, you know. But again, he had the 2 double Fulminator Mage, which we really didn't have an answer for, which is sad. I just want to see what's on top of my library, so I feel a little bit worse when there's like good cards.
Well, 4-1 is pretty okay.
No, it didn't let me. Magic Online, why do you do this? It didn't let me look at the top of my library. Oh, hang on. Lel. Okay, I got mad for no reason. Wow. That was actually really good. Repeal on this guy. Buys a turn. Well, Spatial does nothing, but Repeal draws for Spatial. When we Snapcaster Repeal on that guy. And then we Tron. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So close and still so far.
If we had 1 more card, dude. If I had Epiphany instead of a Repeal. I think then we might have won. We had 4 mana that turn? So Epiphany, I draw. I'm 2 more cards into the deck. No, I'm 3 more cards into the deck, but my opponent has 1. We had 4 more damage, so I think then we would have actually won. Wow, that is so bad. I don't remember what we drew after the repeal, so I don't know what the Epiphany would have looked like. But we would have been closer to these cards, which are good. But I mean, I should have also kept the O-Stone, apparently, which is my bad. It's just he already killed the mine, and we had a second mine, and I thought like, oh, he's not gonna have a second Fulminator, or if he does, we're gonna draw like a Remand. But no, we just drew lands, and he had a second Fulminator. Feels bad, man, but I guess we still at least 4-1. Okay, boys. Still feels bad, man. I guess it's Chet's fault because Chet told me to keep Kappa. This is the deck. Why? There's something missing here. What's missing? What is missing? Why does this look so weird? Oh, I remember now. Okay. It was just not sorted correctly. Okay, this is the deck. We are current record matches 4-1 games 9-2.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.